Oh yes, what you've been waiting for, the Superstar mode, tips and tricks on how to get through Superstar. Folks, this is Steven Cooper. I know this guy. I used to go to high school with him. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and since then we've been able to play a couple of games of, what do you call it? He came back for an alumni basketball game, I got to play against him, which was kind of cool to know somebody in the NFL goes to your high school. Kurt Warner came back. He actually came back in one of my franchises, so this actually happened. I'm curious to find out, do you have anybody else who came back for you that you would like to let me know? Because I would like to know a lot. But purpose of this video is to show you the Superstar mode. Of course, now the limit is you can only have 5 online careers, connected careers, which is kind of crazy. I have like basically, I'm having a little bit of fun with the connected careers Superstar mode. I'm having more fun with the franchise kind of mode. So as you can see, I start off here. You can actually get some legends in there. Now what I'm trying to show you is this is how you get a free agent off the free agency to get them into Superstar mode. Because if you go on there originally, you can only pick a player that's a legend or be part of a created player on any team, or pick only a player that's on a team. Now some of the stats I'm going to tell you, but I'm not going to show you. Of course, I signed Steven Cooper and Plaxico Burress from free agency, just to show you here. I took control of the Buccaneers as a coach, even though I started out as Steve Young, which is kind of cool. I took control of him. Then I went back in, retired myself, grabbed one of the active players, pulled up the team that I put that player on, and you can kind of put it wherever you're at, you know, whatever team you'd like. And of course, we got Freeman on there, and Doug Martin's actually coming back as a starter over LeGarrette Blount this year, so I'm really excited because I played Boise State last year. But there's Plaxico Burress. You can use him, or you can use the whatever player you want. You can just fill a team up with your free agent, whatever free agent you want on there. And of course, as the year goes on, we're going to have different roster updates, and I'm looking forward to using those roster updates to get through the league. But Steve Young used to be on the Texans. He was gone. When you retire a legend, he is gone from the game. So that's a little curious thing. I was hoping that you could get in there, but technically, I think I showed you already. I don't know if I showed you. You can cancel play action by tapping R2 as you're coming out of the huddle. TO is getting released in every single preseason there is, which is kind of neat. You can try to retire Steven Cooper here, and I wanted to show you this. This is kind of like another tip and trick. Being legends, if you choose to be a legend, now you can do this 30 times. You can go through 30 years. You have my own game face. I've done that before. But you can play 30 years, and if every year you want to control a different team or control a different player, then you have that availability. You can control a different player every game of the year if you'd like. The only problem is if you grab a legend and you retire them, they are retired from the game completely. And now look at what I'm fixing to show you right now. Steve Young is not available. You can't get him. If you've already used him in the league, you cannot get him back. So that freaks me out just a little bit. I tried out Ronnie Lott. I'm so excited about the defensive camera can be used from the regular. I mean, it's not like you're just looking through his eyeballs, which is so awesome. I'm so excited. I hated the camera. Never played Superstar mode in my life because of it. These are different ways that I wanted to show you the different XP purchase upgrades for Ronnie Lott, a legend, and you can compare. The idea is to compare yourself to the original one. Now, of course, 9,000 XP is going to take you forever. I'm telling you, I've simulated years with a legend, and they've gone to the playoffs throughout each year, and they still, this was right here, this, I think this was, oh, okay, this is my Tebow one, but you simulated with a bunch of years of the legends, and it takes forever to build a legacy score. I'm talking like 10-15 years. So don't get too excited about that. I'm just showing you here Tim Tebow. You go through, I played a decent year with him. We're in the offseason in 2012. I can demand a release. Now, with the nice thing about a release, the only bad thing about a release is you can only do it in off-season stage 1. You cannot do this throughout the year. You can retire yourself throughout the year. Cool little Twitter update letting you know that Tebow is gone. Now, I did all this to prove to you exactly so you know what to do in your Superstar mode. When you go in the off-season, stages 2 through 9, 2 through 8, because 9 is the draft, you get offered if you're a free agent. If you demand a release, you are a free agent, or if you play through your contract, they offer you new contracts. As you can see, I'm not a player in the draft at all. I'm not a player in the NFL. The only way to get onto a team is to do it in the offseason. I did this. Now you can see I'm in offseason 2013. Every week they do not just pick you up off of free agency. They will only pick you up in the offseason of that year that you released yourself from a team. Here's Steve Young, a little bit of gameplay from him, but they will only take, you can't go to the next season and someone pick you up out of free agency. That's not how this works. I was hoping it was. I was excited to go through a couple of years and find out if someone would pick me up off of free agency, which I thought would be cool by taking over like a 50 overall guy or something, but it really didn't work out like that. The only thing is that year, if you decide to not sign a contract extension with the team that you're with, you can actually go in and every week they actually give you different offers from different teams, but you just got to make sure you do it that year. Information that you got to know. Steve Young, 83 overall. This is that second year. I wanted to show you a little highlight. 2013 here. He is really rocking it. We went through, you see how it has a $15 million salary, then $19 million salary. As you go on through the weeks, they will give you more money. Now the money is pretty much worthless because there's no finances in Madden, but I'm not going to complain about that. As you can see, that last offer, $30 million for that. So it's actually better to wait it out. Then I actually had 8 teams bid on me. The cool thing is these teams are pretty decent. I believe the Bills and the there's 8, but they're showing 8. The most you're ever going to have is 8, and they only, whoever gives you these offers, those 8, it doesn't change week to week to week to week. And as soon as week number 8 comes up, that is the last version in the offseason. Week number 9, see stage 7, stage 8. NFL draft, retire Steve Young. So you only have until stage 7 to do this. Tips and tricks from Tercera Fire. Has been a pleasure serving you with this information on this early release of Madden and throughout the regular Madden. Peace.